time.
Sorry, Ray was working on what fucking was his settings, and he had to find the ultimate song.
Oh,
A Beatles song. I didn't care for it.
I like the Beatles. Here, hang on a second. We got to get this started right, though. Sunday. How's everybody doing this evening? I'm TJ. That is our guest host, Steve. Welcome to Mayhem's Amigos. How's everybody doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Dude, what a pay-per-view last night.
Oh my God. I'm telling you.
I was, well, you and I were texted throughout the whole thing. And first of all, I was absolutely blown away that they started it with the Hell in a Cell match.
Oh, yeah. I figured that was going to be, I figured it wouldn't be the end. You know, I figured the Roman Reigns, Cody, and the Bloodline would be the main, but I figured it'd be towards the end. But damn, it started out. Son of a bitch. That's the bloodiest match I've seen in a long time.
Lot of years since they had something like that. And
yeah, that was.
I was very happy with the end.
Well, that's okay. It was. Okay.
I know you were not quite as satisfied with the end. I was very happy with it.
No, I wasn't quite satisfied with it. I would have preferred to see Drew McIntyre win, but you know what? It was good either way. I mean, they both.
Oh God, yeah. Those two. I'm really excited for tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
because I want to see how the aftermath unfolds from it.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Then the next match we had was your girl, Nia Jax.
Oh, yeah, baby.
And then the lovely Bayley.
Bayley looked good too, but I'm still a bigger girl, so. And
right.
Nia did it, man.
But she did it again with help from Tiffany Stratton again.
I don't know how much helped, though. I mean, other than it made a distraction,
but I got a feeling that we're going to see a little bit of explosion later on.
Yeah.
But
I honestly think now with the, I know we haven't discussed this yet, the King of the Ring stuff, but I think Tiffany Stratton's going to wait now until after to see who comes up with King of the Ring and see if Nia Jax ends up with that belt.
Well, I know they've been. And hi, Irene.
Irene Beanie.
Hi.
What are you drinking there?
Pepsi.
Diet Pepsi.
Diet Pepsi.
Oh.
Man, every time I see you, you've got another Diet Pepsi in your hand. I'm taking out stock in Pepsi.
Hey, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I did a bad job. I left a drop on my lips.
Irene will keep drinking.
Bad Irene.
She's had too many gummies. I guarantee it.
No.
Drooling.
No.
Irene will keep drinking that and then make sure that I get rich,
Mm-hmm.
Hey, yeah.
So I'm going to take stock out. I'm going to have to take stock out in Pepsi.
So,
I went to Walmart and I got things.
What did you get?
Little cotton rounds.
Cotton rounds?
What are they? Cotton balls? You eat them?
On tour.
Oh, you got some more makeup stuff.
Oh.
Makeup. I like that elf stuff because it was like the first company that's like cruelty free and shit.
Oh, okay.
Like, they don't test their product on animals. It was the first, and this was back when it was like 99 cents and shit. But now that they're like more popular and like they can like afford to advertise more, and so now their stuff's more expensive. But it's for a good cause, I think.
Yeah,
Sorry.
No, I'm just happy you're happy.
We went to
I'm
Fall
happy-
Creek Falls today.
You did what now?
We drove over to Fall Creek Falls.
Oh, yeah? How was that?
It was a waterfall.
Did you
It
get
was
a little
kind of
bit?
dried up, to be honest. I thought it was going to be bigger.
Oh, really?
I thought it was going to be bigger.
You wouldn't know how many times Steve and I both heard that.
Steve, I actually talked about you today. Twice. Maybe 3 times.
You were talking about Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Was it a lovely young lady that loved to rendezvous with Steve in the boudoir?
Not quite. It wasn't quite like that. And a Jelly Roll song came on. And I was talking about how you love Jelly Roll. And I was like, and I gotta admit, I'm kind of growing to like him a little bit. After I went to the crazy place. Yeah. It made me appreciate Jelly Roll more.
You can call it the Looney Bin. I've been
The Looney Bin, is that what you call it?
You can call it that. I've been in the Looney Bin several times, so don't be ashamed of it. Although you can call it the crazy place or anything.
All the places where I'm learning all the tools to combat my cognitive distortions.
Good.
I've got a lot of stuff I'm trying to come back from.
Yeah. What's that? Last weekend?
With the new job, it's like weekends are blurred now. Whenever I get my time off, it's like, okay, yeah, I got this a little bit of time off. Now it's time to go back to work. I had one day last week that was a weekend that I had off.
Yeah.
That was a weekend day. And then I think it was Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, it was Wednesday, Thursday off this week right after that.
Yeah.
So I was like, I was off Saturday. I worked Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, off Wednesday, Thursday, worked Friday.
Yeah.
So I only had a 4-day week.
Because you're doing 3 on and 3 off, or?
No, it's just trying to work the schedule where we've got a good rotation.
Okay.
And then with everything that I've got family-wise that's going on right now, that doesn't make it any easier, which we're going to get into here in a little bit. This is why I'm glad Steve's here, because, we're going to show another side of Steve today.
Mm. Are we?
It's not going to be the dark side either.
Is that because you got it bleached at one time?
He's already reaching for the vape. Like, I better take a hit. This is scary. But I'm telling you, like, Steve, everybody knows Steve's character and who he is on Morning Disaster.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody realizes how very in-depth and multi-dimensional Steve really is.
It would almost be like he's a real person or something, right?
Oh, yeah. How's it going, Mikey? But I mean, that's just, Steve, he's a very deep individual. And I also want to talk to Steve about one of the things that happened while I was still broadcasting with Morning Disaster.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And bring up something that I still have questions regarding all of that I'm wondering what happened. But we were actually talking about last night's Bad Blood pay-per-view when you logged in.
Oh, on the wrestling or the fighting stuff? Okay.
Yeah, we of course not Steve's favorite Nia Jax.
Oh
yeah. Hold on, let me pull her up again. Let me pull up what she looks like.
She could sit on my face anytime.
You would not live.
That's
a big girl.
That's a big girl.
That is a very big girl.
A big butt.
Oh, you mean he wouldn't live?
Then let's see. The next one, remind me again. That was Damian Priest and Finn Balor, right?
Yeah.
And Damian, of course, Judgment Day comes in. They try to jump Damian. And I really was wondering because Finn was at the top of his game.
Yeah, Finn was doing good. I really don't know why Judgment Day come out there. man. He didn't need any help. Although I think it's kind of a mismatch between those two. I think Damian Priest he's definitely bigger than poor little Finn Balor. Just reminded me of this little weasel dude, you know.
Yeah, he does.
He's a little dude, but he's quick, you know. And he's got some moves. I will say that he's got some fucking.
He's definitely very quick. Damian Priest, of course, wins that one, which leads us to Women's World Championship match.
Okay.
Dominic Mysterio hanging in a shark cage.
A shark cage?
And it's Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan. Now, I got to say that the way it resulted, Steve, I think we wound up in a tie.
Yeah.
On that one. Yeah. Because I was saying Rhea was going to win it.
Yep.
And Steve was saying Liv was going to win it.
Yeah.
What was Liv's name again? Liv Morgan?
Liv Morgan. And Mike's right. You know, Nia Jax had to have Tiffany Stratton involved again to win it. He's going, boo.
I don't know. I think Liv Morgan's really cute.
I don't know if there was I don't know.
I think Liv Morgan could orally satisfy anybody, male or female.
The donkey down the
street. I mean, I'm serious.
I'll go right to the front of the line.
The front of the line, meaning the front of the line to be the back of the
asses. Oh my God.
Well, and we know she's not afraid of dirty people because she is with Dominic Mysterio.
Look who she's with. God damn.
I don't know who that is, but
it was not a good match.
It was a hell of a match, but Steve and I kind of wound up in a tie because ultimately Rhea won it.
Yeah.
By disqualification, which meant Liv got to retain the title, and Rhea won it because Raquel Rodriguez returns.
Yeah.
And attacked Rhea Ripley, which was the first big return of the night.
Right.
Wow.
Which was insane. So I had to leave after that match and go to work, but I was paying attention in my car and then watching in the truck.
I definitely didn't expect it. Actually, I had the feeling, the Dom was going to end up in the situation he did, especially once the door came open. I go, okay, he's going to fall out at some point in time. I really didn't expect Rodriguez to.
I did not expect that.
I didn't expect that at all. And now, what's going to happen? Are they going to start their own little group?
I think they're going to add to Judgment Day. I think that's what the plan is. Yeah. But no, I think, and Irene, you missed it because Dominic Mysterio ended up falling out of the shark cage. And then he's hanging there like a piñata. And Rhea looks at the referee and she goes, I'll be back to finish this business. I have another piece of business to take care of. Give me 2 minutes. And the ref is like, okay, I didn't see nothing.
Right.
And it was on the referee's cam. You actually heard him. Okay, I didn't see nothing. And she reaches under the ring and pulls out a kendo stick. And walks up and starts mocking Dom and then starts beating the piñata that's hanging from the shark cage. So during the press conference at the end of the night, Triple H actually made a comment about that. He goes, well, we know Dom's afraid of closed-in spaces. We know he's afraid of heights. And now I think he's afraid of piñatas because he knows what one feels like.
Exactly.
He knows what it feels like. Oh, my gosh. Or maybe he starts carrying around a piñata because he has like empathy for him now.
Piñata anxiety, maybe.
PTS. Piñata stress. No,
but and Mike's in here saying he knew that Dom was going to wind up out of the cage somehow. And he's absolutely right. I kind of had a hunch.
Yeah.
But Rhea did get something made that's now on WWEshop.com. That I told Steve, I said, I've got to get each of us one of these. It is Dominic Mysterio toilet paper. And I'm like, I would I have no problem with wiping my backside with the face of Dominic Mysterio. Just none.
Oh, definitely not. Yeah,
I
would even wipe my ass.
You would actually wipe your ass with that or not?
You know what? That would be an investment worth it if you would use that to wipe your ass.
Use it, or would you put it on display back there on the shelf full of things?
Bring me out myself.
Steve might actually do a demonstration on how to wipe your ass on morning disaster using that toilet paper. So the pants have got to come down, and then you got to reach around. I swear to God, if you do that, I'm laughing my ass off while I'm watching.
Huh?
That's hilarious.
You never know what I'll do.
Final match of the night was Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu versus Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns.
Oh, okay, so they're still fighting together?
Cody and Roman, this was the first time they have ever fought together.
They fought against each other, right?
They've been fighting against each other. This is the first time they've fought together.
Right.
Turned into a hell of a match. Lots of things I did not expect. You saw the tension at the beginning, but Roman and Cody ended up working it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could see they have a lot of respect for each other.
I'm listening, just so you know.
Right. And eventually Jacob Fatu had to be put down. And what I thought was it was crazy is Cody climbs up on top of the ring post. And then he turns around. In the corner? Yeah. And then he turns around, he looks at Roman. He's got Jacob Fatu out on the announcer's table. Turns around, looks at Roman, and kind of throws him a salute, basically saying, I'm going to take Jacob out. You got this. Finish it with Roman. And dive bombs Fatu. Knocks them both out.
That's crazy.
So when Roman starts to get more actively involved, the Tongans come in and start attacking. Yeah. And then this guy comes out of the crowd. Hoodie, hood up, bandana over the face. I'm going, this looks familiar. Steve's texting me like, no, it can't be. And it turns out it's Jimmy Uso finally returns and helps Roman put it over the top and win it for him and Cody.
Yeah.
Then everybody jumped Cody as Roman and Jimmy Uso were trying to leave. So Jimmy and Roman go back in.
Wait a minute. Jimmy started and Roman just stood there and Jimmy stopped and said, come on.
Yeah, he's like, you gave him your word. Let's go.
Yeah.
So they get back into the ring and they clear the ring. Then the music hits, and it is, like Mike said, it's the return of the final boss, The Rock. And he's standing up there, and he looks down. There's only 3 people in the ring. And he goes, 1, 2, 3. Doesn't say a word and walks back out.
Oh, wow.
It's like, all right. This game just got stepped up.
Yeah.
So you had, last night you had 3 major returns. You had Raquel Rodriguez, Jimmy Uso finally back. And that smile on Jimmy when he pulled the bandana down, I'm like, that's great, but it's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
And then The Rock coming back.
Yeah.
So we're all sitting here like, all right, well, starting tomorrow when Raw goes, and Raw is now going back down to 2 hours in preparation and going to Netflix. Next week, it's going to go on Netflix. So we'll be able to watch it live on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
I had to see that smile you were talking about.
Dude, I can't wait. Yeah. But Steve and I were texting all the way through the thing. And we're both like, did you see that? Oh, my God. Can you believe that? I'm telling you if I'm wrong.
Oh, no. I'm probably not going to happen. But and I hope he does, though. What if somewhere along the line here, Goldberg comes back and kicked the fuck out of Gunther.
Goldberg and Gunther. Goldberg was ready for him last night.
I know. I want to go kick the D up there and bust his ass.
But in the press conference, Triple H said, "Never say never." You know, Goldberg had that gleam back in his eye, like he's ready.
Yeah, and of all the superstars that were there, other than the women, he looked the best.
Yeah, he did.
In the best shape to be able to wrestle.
So he looked the best out of everyone, you mean? Including the women?
He said other than the women.
Other than the women, okay.
The women all look fucking still look.
Oh.
The women never aged. All the women, you know.
Oh, yeah, no kid. Like Jillian Garcia?
Yeah, none of them they've aged. Like, then you see Scott Steiner and, you know, Arn Anderson. They're all fucking old now.
Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson both standing up and just getting that cramp in their hands.
Yep.
You know, Mike says he might show up tomorrow. Now we've got another big one that's coming up. All right, tomorrow is, of course, Gunther versus Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn, baby.
Heavyweight title. I hope so.
Sami Zayn.
I'd love to see Sami win it. But with Crown Jewel around the corner, they made a big announcement last night that titles will not be on the line, and it'll be the WWE champion and the World Heavyweight champion for each division, the men and the women's. And the winner of those matches will be the Crown Jewel champion for that year. That was a big belt and a lot of gold.
50 carats. 50 carats diamonds in that belt.
51 carat diamonds in those belts.
That's a lot of carats.
I know, right? I mean, Irene, what would you do if you had an engagement ring that had all them diamonds?
Sell it.
Sell it.
Fuck that. Let's sell it. Get what I really want.
I was just thinking the same thing. I fucking sell it and fucking
buy
me a big old house.
Like a cheap replica. Like sell the real one.
Cubic zirconia.
That would be a secret I take to my grave.
Sounds like you might have a little experience with that.
I don't know how many ex-husbands have died. Are they counted as exes if they die under natural causes?
I suppose.
Natural causes? Oh, okay.
I mean, you know, not using a gun, I would assume that would be natural causes.
So the only thing that qualifies as natural? Well, then perfect.
Oh, Mike's asking a question. He said he hears that Arn Anderson is supposedly supposed to become Cody Rhodes' manager. And what do we think of that if it does happen?
I don't know. Honestly, does Cody Rhodes really need the manager?
I don't know. He's done really good to this point, just taking advice.
Yeah.
And he's very good at moving his own goalpost and just setting his own goals way out farther and farther and farther. And I don't know. I think he'd be fine.
I hope so.
It might. I don't know.
Maybe an advisor. I could see more in an advisor. You know, kind of like Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns as the wise man. You know?
Yeah.
Every time you say the word Heyman, I think of like. I can't unthink it. Sorry.
So while we're on the subject of not unthinking things, let's move on to. I remember this bit when I was on Morning Disaster, and I had a conversation with a former member of the old Unleashed show. I actually talked to Fat 420 the other day, and we settled some things out, and it was very amicable. There were some things that were relayed to me that I was really not happy with, which I want to tell Steve about later. But for the most part, it was an amicable discussion. We had a good conversation. I was happy to talk to him again, and I hope he does well with what he's planning on doing.
Well, good.
But during that time frame, there was this point where Steve had gotten so dirty that we had to send Tyler over to Steve's house to bathe Steve. and I mean, I remember this, like, you know, of course, Tyler was complaining about it consistently. Right, Steve? And then
he was looking forward to it. He had the day circled in a heart on his calendar.
He should have, you know, he should have. Mm-hmm. Steve was very happy. He was not going to have to do the work, and he'd get clean. Yeah. Right?
It seems like Steve's ideal situation right there.
But the part that sticks out in my mind is they get into the bathroom. And Tyler is washing Steve in the nether region area. And then all of a sudden he goes running out of the room and cussing. And he swears up and down that Steve did something.
What?
Or rather Steve's body had a bodily function
that's not number 1 or 2.
That's not number 1 or 2.
3?
What?
What would you call that? Number we?
Maybe number E. Like ejaculation. Mm-hmm. So I was going to say, what do you remember that?
I remember the time frame, but I didn't. I was like asleep in the actual.
I remember the skit. Yeah.
You remember the bit?
I remember the bit. Yeah.
So, you know, the understanding is, you know, okay, first I got to know, did Tyler have like really soft hands or something?
I heard someone else's hands were really soft.
Tyler's hands didn't touch my balls.
Oh, okay. Well, what about the shaft?
No, Tyler, no. I didn't even have my clothes off.
Oh, really? But we saw something squirt out of the tub.
Okay.
So are you saying that you shot through your shorts?
No, what was it? It was what the fuck think that's real? That wasn't real. That's kind of like the shit stain on my bed. That was from a fucking milk dud. That wasn't a real shit stain on my bed. I would have licked it.
Still going with the milk dud story.
But
we're still playing that out.
That was a fucking. I had Tyler. Christina was at all you could hear. You could hear me going, oh, and then I had a bottle that had like conditioner in it, and I squeezed it and it hit Tyler in the face. Well, I kind of hit, like he grazed his head, hit the bill of his hat. Yeah, that's when it jumped up, and he actually thought I.
Something about Mary moment.
He thought I blowed my wad on him.
But you're saying like it was a conditioner bottle or something?
Yeah,
that's great.
You're trying to sell it as conditioner.
The only thing Tyler has ever done sexually to me is put his finger up my butt, and he has done that. But he had rubber gloves on.
I remember I bought the bleach for that one.
Yes, he bleached my ass.
Did it actually go up his butt, or was it on purpose up his butt?
Yes.
So, you know.
That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, Tyler's been in some pretty embarrassing positions with you.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, it's a couple times. Yeah.
I'm telling you what, man. The one I really wish he would have done it, but the day he bleached your ass, I wish the night before you would have had 10 fucking Taco Bell bean burritos.
Those burritos that P420 likes to get at the Walmart.
Yeah, right, or something, something. But just like the minute Tyler gets back there, then you would have heard, and Tyler would have been like, "Oh God!"
He started screaming because when somebody sticks your finger up your butt, you clench your butt cheek. I clench. He's like, "Give me my hand back!"
You weren't about to though, were you? You liked the way it felt up there, didn't you?
If you're gonna stick your finger
Steve
in my
got
butt,
a free prostate exam that day.
It was free. He was giving you a free one. You should have been thanking him for putting his finger up your ass.
Tyler was begging to be released.
The only thing about it is like the Tremors movie.
Oh God!
You know what I'm talking about? The one with Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
Yes.
But no, I remember those two are probably, and obviously the Milk Dud thing those are probably my 3 best memories of that time frame and being on that show. But I think it would have been great, like if Steve had ate like 10 or 15 of the bean burritos. And then Tyler gets to bleach on there with the paintbrush, and then Steve farts and the bleach comes flying back at Tyler.
That would have been good, yeah. Well,
I would have fucking died.
I still got some bleach left. He can come back and do it again. We can do it. I don't know if we get him back now, but
oh yeah, he's very disturbed now. I hear he's still in counseling for a lot of that.
Really? I'm sorry.
He blames me.
People in counseling.
By the way, he blames me for all of it. I think it was a team effort to come up with the ideas, right, and he just had to carry them out. But he literally blames me. It's all my fault.
Whatever.
Right.
Like, you could have said no. You do not want to bleach Steve's
ass.
Exactly. Oh, did he try to send you the bills for the post-traumatic stress?
Yes, he did. He actually did try to send me the bill for his therapy, and
you're like, no, I'm good.
I'm like, you had the option to say no, and you agreed. So no, I'm not going to pay your bill.
Right? Exactly. What?
Yeah, he says
you shit me.
No, he swears it's my fault.
Well, number one, he was a disturbed individual before.
You're absolutely right. He was.
And like you said,
I'm not sure.
He didn't have to say yes.
Yeah, exactly. He could have told us no.
I could have said no. I could have said, no, I don't want nobody sticking a finger up my butt. But I said yes.
Steve said yes, man. He said yes for us.
I mean, don't get me wrong. They turned out to be 2 of the more entertaining bits of all time.
Whatever.
But I'm just
long going.
Yeah, but he's like, oh, it's all TJ's fault, and he did try to send me a therapist. I'm like, I'm not paying this.
Exactly.
I go to the VA for my therapy. I don't need this.
Yeah.
You're hot.
Too. Oh, yeah, that's fucking cool.
I couldn't believe it, but no, I evidently get blamed for a lot.
I blame you.
Don't we all?
You blame me?
Yes.
What did I do?
Orgasm last night. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Can you get blamed for that?
No, I don't. I never get blamed for those.
Oh, no, that's something you've never been blamed for. You're like, I've never once been blamed for that.
Look at Steve right there. He's like, just blown away by that. What? No, I have never been blamed for an orgasm.
Oh,
Hell, I can't even blame myself for my own orgasms.
Oh, that's really sad.
Oh man, speaking of that, Steve, did you know that Texas has banned Pornhub?
Really?
Yeah, YouPorn and
And you
Pornhub.
still want to live there?
I still want to live here. Yeah, absolutely.
How can you ban free? How can you ban something free?
That's why, because it's free. Yeah, here I'll show you. I'm gonna bring up Pornhub right now on my phone, okay, and I will show you this. There you go. That's what you get in Texas.
Oh.
Like it's blocked. I cannot.
Huh? That's fucked up.
Unfortunately, Texas law for age verification is
in my computer for diets.
They blocked it in Texas because Texas requires age verification.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, well, the Texas law for age verification is ineffective and haphazard and blah, 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 blah. And
I still get to see everything.
So they're like, well, so since your state wants us to verify age of people getting on Pornhub, we're just going to block it completely and you no longer get porn.
Right.
You don't get porn, and you don't get porn, and you don't get porn.
Yeah. And it's like YouPorn is the same way.
It's the opposite of Oprah. It's taking away everybody's porn.
I know, right? So what do you think of that? What do you guys think of that?
I think that's
bullshit.
Stupid.
Free the porn. Free the free porn. Release the free porn back to the people. Give it back to the people. Give them what they really want.
Well, yeah, free
right? Porn. What do we want? Free porn. Sorry.
Steve, you were saying it's stupid. Why do you think it's stupid? What's going?
Because that's just crazy. I understand the age verification thing, but if they're over 18, under 18, they shouldn't be. Number one, they shouldn't be, on Pornhub. They shouldn't even be looking. They shouldn't even know what Pornhub is.
How old were you when you first looked at porn, Steve?
I didn't know what Pornhub was. I was in my 30s. I was paid for my. I was had to pay for my porn. I didn't know it was free. So what are they going to do? Do they block Reddit too?
They blocked YouPorn. There's certain things that you cannot get on Reddit. I haven't tried RedTube, Tom.
Yeah, I haven't tried RedTube.
But I'll bet it's blocked too. I mean, hell, look,
in Texas, probably, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, basically your big outlets. No, RedTube is blocked too. Same message.
Wow.
I imagine it's all the websites like that then.
Yeah, so I mean, they're
X videos.
I got X videos. I can actually get.
So we still got one.
I've got one, but it's like the ones that were my go-to before. They're gone.
Right. Your favorite videos were on those other ones.
Right. So now I got to go digging through and try to find them on X videos. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
But X videos does a quick age verification. That's it.
Right.
And that's why they're still unlocked and able to be used. YouPorn, RedTube, and Pornhub, they refuse to do that age verification.
That's stupid. I mean, that's
citing that it's not
effective.
It's not effective enough.
Here it just says, "Are you 18? Yes or no?" It says, "No, leave site."
Right.
Yes. Here's the boobies.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's the way it was when we were younger, right?
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Sneak up late at night watching furry porn on the midnight show.
Right.
That's the only way you could do that is have people input their birth date and only give them a specific amount of time.
Right.
So they don't get a chance to think about it.
Just your pick.
I'm on a different show with her.
Oh, you're talking about they have to say yes or no within a couple amount of seconds.
No, I'm just saying then when it comes on, it clicks, what is your birth date? Okay. I know my birthday's 1/12/67. Well, if you're only 13 years old, you got to think about, okay, what year
That's
do I have
true.
to be
Kids
21?
are kind of sometimes.
You know what I'm saying? You know, if you only give them, you know,
Mommy, you can't watch this.
Well, unless you were me and you went around to bars with your parents all the time, and then
okay, yeah,
you know, I remembered what to look at. You know, I had to be this old to be 21.
right,
I had to be born in this year. It's always up there at the bar.
Right.
Oh, okay. I just punch in that year.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that.
But Fat 420 makes his appearance.
That's my home skill right there.
But yeah, no, I was blown away when they did that. Like they actually banned the free porn in Texas, like so because of age verification. And I'm going,
so how are you going to free the people?
I was like, my God. You know, most of us want to see boobs. Irene's got that pretty much knocked on her own. See?
They're down there. Somewhere. Somewhere. Well, I mean, they're kind of like everywhere.
Cheap vodka, OJ, and weed. Ooh, God, that sounds like bad screwdrivers and a good night.
Sounds like a perfect
But no,
day.
I couldn't believe it. Like
mine's a vodka. You can
like one day I'm I'm laying in bed and I'm feeling like I got to take care of myself and break out my phone and turn on Pornhub and
handy dandy.
Hey, everything's good. The next day,
I was hoping it wasn't like mid-stream. Like, the disappointment.
No, I think they let us all finish our videos.
Yeah, they didn't.
And then at midnight, they just shut it down.
How evil would that have been?
Oh, if they had done that midstream, I would have been pissed.
I definitely know a state I'll never come to. That's for sure.
Huh?
I know a state I'll never come to. That's for sure.
Texas.
No fucking weed. No free sex. Fuck that. I ain't coming to Texas.
Well, like I said, I've got X Video, but X Video does the age verification like they want. Yeah. So they get to stay live, and that's done. I've still got free porn. I've just got to verify my age.
Okay, that's fine.
It's understandable if it does help at all.
But YouPorn, Pornhub, RedTube, they refuse to do the age verification. And because of that refusal, now they're blocked in Texas.
That's funny. I mean, it's funny and not funny. It's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, I mean,
the more I think about it, the funnier it is.
What? That I don't have any, I have 3 free porn sites that refuse to let me on?
Yeah.
Like, you live in Texas.
You're going to have to get your friends to come and clutch, be like, oh, you owe me a favor. I need you to come up with something. Even if you just make it like, pretend. Like,
look, you owe me a favor. And that favor is to make sure that I have masturbation fodder.
Yeah.
Get me my free porn.
I thought Pornhub was the only free porn. I can't wait.
I mean, what's it going to be next? Like, people are going to walk in from the porn sites and they're going to be like, they're going to be like Don Corleone. I'll make you an offer that you can't refuse. Allow our free porn to be played in your state.
That is funny. I watch porn. Let me go beat a woman. I don't think that's how it works.
Well, I mean, now Texas is talking about legalizing prostitution.
Oh,
okay. Well, I mean,
there you go.
So, I mean, we are getting a little bit of a trade-off.
That's something.
How much?
What about strip clubs? Are strip clubs still a go?
Oh, strip clubs are still a big go here.
Okay. So then what's the deal with porn? Is it because the money goes elsewhere than the state and they're
I think it's because the money is going out of the state. They can't tax it. That's more. It always comes back to money. It always comes back to money.
Money is what makes the world go around, right? Money and sex. Talk.
Yeah, goes around without sex. So,
Yeah.
You must be deaf when it comes to sex. You don't hear any of it because it's not.
Sex makes the world go round. And I mean, what the hell?
My world stopped a long time ago.
It stopped on the same day. That one day the dick hit your butt. I'm just kidding.
It was the day the pussy died.
Yeah. The day Steve's sex life died. And he was singing, "Hey, you get out of my wife." Something like that. I could totally see. Okay, hopefully I don't fuck this up.
Oh, God. All right. So to kind of bring I know it's going to kind of drag everybody down, but it's going to get into some serious discussion. Okay. To bring up what's going on. I haven't been real forthcoming on the show about it. I've said that we've got some family stuff that's going on my end. But to fill everyone in, we were informed the other day that as far as my grandpa goes, the clock's ticking. And it's pretty much right around the corner. We just don't know when. My dad is not doing that hot. He's probably the next one on the list. Then, of course, Rage and Marvin and another good friend of mine. I'm dealing with emotionally. I'm dealing with a lot, mentally and emotionally. And then Adam got a hold of me Monday, which is why Adam has not been on the show. There was a medical incident that involved his mom. Come to find out, she'd had a very severe stroke. And he has been putting his time more towards his family and being up there with his mom based on the circumstances around the whole thing. And that's why he hasn't been on the show. I gotta agree with that parody song that Chris introduced me to a couple years ago. The one that said this year is a dumpster fire.
Oh, yeah.
because it fits. This year has been an absolute dumpster fire. So obviously, you look at what I'm dealing with. You look at what Adam's dealing with. You look at what Rage is going through. And Rage's wife, Heather. And everything that we've got surrounding us right now. And the mental and the emotional toll that it actually has on you is skull crushing, to say the least.
Yeah. Soul crushing.
And yeah. And like everybody's got their coping mechanism. Of course, Irene with all of her recent medical stuff. And you've learned some new coping mechanisms that have been helping you out a lot, right?
Yeah, like tapping, breathing. We could go over them sometime.
And then Steve, what, when you've got a bunch of stuff like that happening, what's your coping mechanism? What do you do?
Meth.
God, I hope not.
Will be nice, but no. That's a good question. It really is a good question.
Do you have coping mechanisms, Steve?
Because I smoke a little bit of marijuana, but I don't do it every day. I don't do it every day.
Are we being honest about? Is a little bit honest?
I really, unless actually until TJ messaged me earlier today, he said, "Hey, you want to do a show?" I thought, okay, I better take a couple hits. So I started taking up.
You have to, like, if Irene's coming.
I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say because I just And nobody knows. I have not talked to anybody about this. I mean, TJ knows a little bit of my, and I mean, probably knows a little bit of my background too, but I had to go to a wedding last Saturday. My cousin's wedding, big family ordeal. And it was probably everybody in the show made a big deal of it because I blah, 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 blah. Well, I thought it was going to be a big deal. But to be honest, it was for the first time I've ever been around my family. I actually felt fucking alone.
Oh,
really?
They were all, oh yeah, I just kind of sat there by myself. My mom sat there and stuff like that. I talked to my mom about it a little. She said, you know what it is, Stephen, is we're all getting older. You know, all my cousins are older than me. Of course, they got kids and grandkids. And when they have a big thing like that, everybody's together. I mean, it was weird. And then I start to get inside my head, which is probably not the best thing to do. Then I start thinking, okay, if my family could give a shit whether I was alive, what about nobody's gonna fucking miss me? I'm not even gonna have a headstone when I die because I'm gonna be cremated. So I'm not.
Sorry, like that's one of my things. Like when things get serious, like I laugh.
That's fine. That's fine.
Probably cry.
It's that's like fine. No, don't ruin your makeup over me. Yeah.
Maybe not a good one. The thing is that I would care, but like your reasoning for not having a story wasn't because people don't care. It's because you're going to be cremated. I was expecting it to go the other way, and when you said because I'm going to be cremated, like by way, like.
Oh well, but no, but I'm saying, you know, it probably would. Well, I guess that's where I get into my head sometimes. I get to the thing, like, fuck, what? And that all boils down to I truly believe that suicide is a hereditary thing because I've had my grandfather, my great grandfather, my grandfather, and my dad all committed suicide. Luckily, I made it past. Luckily, I made it past all their ages, so I haven't done it yet. But then when you're alone, I mean, TJ, he's alone, but
yeah.
Well, Irene is now, but when you're alone and you think, no, who's gonna fucking miss me? Who's gonna fucking miss me? And then everybody says, oh, I miss you, I miss you. No, it would be just like everything else. You'd miss me for a couple fucking weeks or a week, and then life would go on. Because that's just the way life is. I mean, because I hear people here like Dan and Christine on my other show, Ray Little's More Disaster, and Ray say, "Oh, we want to live to be 500 years old." I don't give a shit if I die tomorrow. I don't have a wife. I don't have kids. I'm not going to see my kids grow up. I'm not going to have grandkids. These guys they got that to live for. Christina again got kids. Ray's got kids. They're all gonna have. You watch your kids grow up, then you're gonna have kids, grandkids. I don't have that. I'm done. I mean, I have two nieces that I see twice a year, usually on my birthday and Christmas. They have their own lives. My brother has his own life. I see my brother twice a year. I talk to him on the phone, but my mom does her thing. You know what? It's just what I get that way. I mean, just there are times when I just sit. I know people don't like it when I say that, but it's just I don't want. I mean, everybody knows. I mean, everybody's seen me actually have meltdowns on the air, and that's just when fucking shit it gets to the point where I just don't fucking want to deal with it anymore, and one little thing will set me off and. And see, I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to read the chat room, but Tom's saying that 100% Ray means that he was. No, he wouldn't. He said that when fucking Jimmy was alive, and I didn't stop doing the show. He didn't stop, doing the show when Marvin left. Ray will find another Steve, another Jimmy, another Marvin.
They're replaceable.
I would venture to say that Morning Disaster, he would stop. Maybe bring back one of the other shows like Breaking Curfew or Chubby Ray. But I would venture to guess that Morning Disaster would stop. And
well, I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that, man. That's their choice. I mean, I'm not, I'm just saying, I don't want. You had to fucking bring this up, didn't you? You had to,
well, I did because of everything that's going on.
Right.
And
right.
You and I talk. Yeah, we talk quite a bit. And I would be remiss if I denied sitting here where I'm alone sometimes and I'm like, man, wouldn't it just be easier? And yeah, I'm not denying that, but it's like with Morning Disaster, you do this fantastic job and you're highly entertaining and there's a lot of people that love listening to you. But I happen to know for a fact, Ray does literally care about, he's got a funny way of showing it.
Well,
I mean, that's, I've been friends with Ray for a long time. He's got a funny way of showing how he cares. And the way Ray shows that he really cares about you, he is going to dish this inordinate amount of shit at you. And you just got to roll with it and go, that's Ray. Now, sometimes it does get unbearable.
Right. Yeah.
And then you want to jump his case, but he's
That's just how he is.
He's a non-confrontational person. Steve, I mean, disagree with me.
Yeah.
He's a very non-confrontational person.
Yeah. Oh yeah, big time. Big time.
He will not confront anybody. Now, he will yell and scream at everybody.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then he walks out of the room. He does not do confrontation at all.
Right.
I'm the boss. You do it my way. This is it. And then he leaves.
Right.
But the people he cares about, the people Ray truly does love, he gives them. Look at what he did to Jimmy.
Well, yeah.
And it finally cracked Marvin.
Right.
Marvin's like, I'm done.
Oh, and I see that. I see, understand how he got that way. Because there were a couple times when I first started, I will admit, there were a couple times I actually wanted to message Marvin and said, how the fuck did you do this?
And the answer is Marvin didn't.
Yeah. He just,
Marvin said, I'm not going to put up with it. And he walked away. He did it for right at 1 year and 4 months. And said, that's it. I'm done.
Right.
And I remember when all that was going down, that was 15, 16.
Right.
But no, I mean, but Jimmy bent over backwards for Ray and for that show. And it was an escalation on an escalation on an escalation on an escalation.
Oh, yeah.
But that's how Ray shows that he cares, because Ray shows you that he cares about you like that because he doesn't know any other way. But I'll tell you right now, I also remember the first Royal Rumble party. And flat ass, if you were not going to be there, he was telling everybody to go home. Matter of fact, I was on my way home when I got the call to turn around and come back.
Oh, yeah?
Because you had decided to come.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That was one of those times when up to the last minute, I said, fuck it. I don't want to go to this thing. Christine said, you're fucking going. Fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
But you had a great time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, I think one of the things, like, Steve and I are, me being a truck driver, working in radio when I did, doing the various different things I've done. The only thing that really forced me to be very interactive with people was when I was selling cars.
Oh, wow.
And when I was out in the public, when I was broadcasting full time. And you can ask anybody that knows me. Everybody has heard me say this 1,000 times. I fucking hate crowds.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. I don't like being around that many people. I'm not that interactive of a person.
Right.
It depends.
Corey says, nice to see you didn't get washed away, Irene.
Yeah, I'm still here.
But I mean, and kind of going back to that is like, Steve and I are both pretty, for lack of better words, pretty reclusive individuals.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I can see that.
It's a small circle we keep around. That's all we want around. When somebody hurts us in that small circle, it hurts deep.
Mm-hmm.
And then we kind of pull into basically into the cocoon a little bit more. I have this fantastic group of friends that are around me and from multiple different areas. Like, everybody hears me talk about the group of friends that I have in Las Cruces, but I mean, you would think that it's like this big, massive group and this big following. It's not. It's about 5 or 6.
Right. Yeah.
But I love going out to see them. I've got a few friends in San Antonio. I've got a few friends around here. I've got very few friends back up in Illinois. I've got one in Georgia. Yep.
Yeah. Georgia,
But the thing is I keep a small circle around me.
Yeah.
And I don't let out a whole. And like with me, Mike's in Mississippi. But like with me and with Steve, when these things kind of hit us, and that's kind of what I'm getting at, it hits us, and then we want to withdraw a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more because it is hitting that hard. And like Steve, him and I being a lot alike, like, what do you do to force yourself to get back out there and keep going?
Right. I'm not saying it's funny. It's ironic that you're talking about this and that I'm actually in classes, like, learning about this kind of stuff. And I can share the information with you guys, and I'd be willing to share like all the stuff that's not a HIPAA violation, like the coping mechanisms, that kind of stuff. I'd be willing to like do like a little sharing on the show if you want, like if the users or if you think anyone could use it.
We might get there.
I mean, I don't know.
Are you making a beard? Are you turning into a zombie?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure that.
No, thank God Chris isn't here.
Because does he want to fuck a zombie or something? Does he
I think he still wants to fuck a zombie. Yeah.
No, I just want to make sure she wants to fuck her makeup up. Like, I hope she really.
Fuck a zombie. This seems really realistic.
Just chin strap and dark now. Oh, okay.
No, I'm serious. I think Chris still wants to fuck a zombie.
Still.
I would.
You would?
I'd fuck a zombie. Yeah.
As long as her mouth was snuggled.
I look like Irene, I would.
Let's see.
Oh, God. All right, so kind of getting back to point, like,
Hey, you got the wrong person to keep you on point here. I can drive the truck off. I can drive the truck right off the fucking cliff.
Yeah, I noticed. Now you're saying, well, if Irene was a zombie, that you would definitely want to fuck a zombie. It's like,
oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, sorry.
But, yeah, wait a minute. You would fuck a zombie?
Yeah, we're just going to skate right by you. You were just going to let it go.
Yeah.
I bet zombies always are hard.
As long as they didn't have guts hanging out or nothing like that. It was just their face was fucked up.
Yeah, but zombies always have to go because they're trying to eat your brains.
That's fine.
There's actually a movie like that.
Ain't much brain left there. It's pretty much dried up into about pea size now.
No, I'd probably laugh about it. It's called Jennifer.
Okay, so that, let's say you were fucking a zombie and then the zombie decided to eat your brain. Well, this is definitely Halloween talk.
The zombie would be starving.
So, Steve, with as much weed as you smoke, would that mean that the zombie's not only going to be undead, but also very fucking high?
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, yeah. Especially today. Especially today.
Has there been like a high zombie bit yet? Has that been like a movie like with a high zombie?
Was there a movie with a high zombie?
I'm sure there is. There's zombies for everything. I know one thing. I guarantee you my brain's like a big THC gummy.
Oh, Lord.
More than 2,000 milligrams. I guarantee you that.
So you're telling me that the zombie would get high off of your brain?
Oh, easily. And my brain and my lungs. Just my blood, probably. Just stuck THC out of my blood.
See, I don't know if I'd want to fuck a zombie. You know why? Because I'm pretty sure that would be a dead fuck.
I've always been told I'm a dead fuck. So I guess I just go hand in hand.
You've been told that? Was it by the dead body?
Oh, gross.
Or which one was it?
I don't think Steve's ever fucked a dead body.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I would though.
You would?
You would want a crying dinosaur?
Oh.
Crying dinosaur?
Or monster, whatever you want to call it. It's loud.
Wait, so hang on. I want to get into this one now. So you would fuck a dead body?
Yeah. Only if it was within the first. Now, nothing. We're not talking anything that's been more than a couple of days. About 24 hours. That's about it.
Dude, oh God, no.
I'll tell you. And I got that from a scene from Sons of Anarchy. They went in.
Oh, and Tiggy was talking about cold packing?
Tiggy got me into it.
So I can see that. So you wait. So are you telling me on Sons of Anarchy, like Tiggy was your hero?
Oh yeah. Especially when they were in the morgue.
I mean, you do realize that Tiggy wound up with a trans girl.
Yeah. I know Venus was a trans. Yeah.
Love is love, y'all. Love is love.
Right? Oops, I'm sorry.
You can be Indian, you can be gay, you can be trans, you can be a woman, alien. I don't care. If I love you, I love you.
There's a difference between love and love.
I'll have to say,
Hey, you know what? I wish I was friends with the Godfather now. I would send him straight to Steve's with the hoe train.
The hoe train?
Yeah. Just go take care of Steve. Take him the hoe train.
No, but yes, I would. Yeah, but there's certain stipulations to having sex with a dead body. So I can't be dead, X amount of time. I can't be mutilated, I mean, if they died of natural causes, that's cool. I prefer someone in the early 30s.
What about ghosts? Do ghosts fall under the same?
Does the body have to have big titties?
No.
Do they have to have titties at all?
Well, because you're not going to get anything out of it. So you're not going to get any moaning or groaning if you play with your titties. So
sometimes you can. Oh, that's right. Well, not for that.
I need to have titties to hold on to now while I'm up on my knees, but I need to have. That's about
hold down to.
All right, so up, down. Wait, so are you going to put the body on top?
No, I'm going to be on top.
Oh, okay. Man, don't tell me you're going to like get in there and into the morgue and then take the dead body and put her on top.
No. Well, that's a possibility, but I don't think so. I don't think that'd work too well. Because I'd still have to do all the work. I'd still have to move her. That way, if I just laid her flat and I got on top of her, then she wouldn't have to move. I could do all.
Irene, you wouldn't like, no, right?
No.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
If you were a a medical examiner technician, and there was a hard body bodybuilder that just passed away of cardiac.
It would be tempting.
And he had a raging hard on.
Something about the lack of breath, the lack of life, just kind of.
He had a raging hard. He had 12 inches hard. You wouldn't get up on top of him.
No.
Just say you did.
No.
I'm just shocked that you said it would be tempting.
Well, like for half a second, like if you think about it, because I just like that much, but like. I mean, I can find enough that's alive, I think. I don't have to resort to that.
Right. Okay. Yeah. See, the women do have it easier than us, Steve.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they don't have to.
A lot easier for the women to be satisfied.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Don't even need a guy. Sorry, it's better that way sometimes, but
now, see, the problem is though, is when the woman gets going, she's like a diesel engine. She's going to run forever. Guy is like a bottle rocket.
Yeah.
I'm done. And this is why the sex toy industry is so resilient.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you're done here. I'll be in the bathroom for the next hour and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to take a bubble bath. Bullshit. Next thing you know, you're hearing the weed eater motor start on the gas powered vibrator.
That's just the generator to heat the water.
Oh, is that what? Yeah, okay. God, that's working that weed eater to death.
Oh, just a cockroach. A spider.
All right, I got to tell you guys about this. I know I've brought this story up before, but I got to tell you about it. All right, so girl I was seeing, she and I went to one of the adult novelty stores in Peoria, Illinois. Because I was like, yeah, I was always on the road, and I'm like, hey, I'll buy you something new. Come on, let's go look.
Yeah.
We get in there. That very attractive young woman that's working. And she goes, well, have you ever considered a gas-powered one? Okay, what?
That even exists.
When the fuck did they start coming in gas-powered? And she goes, no, come on around back. Here, I'll show you. So we go back into this back room, right?
The lawnmower? I'm just kidding.
And lo and behold, on this stand is this pull start 2-cycle gas-powered vibrator that's running on like a 1-horse weed eater motor.
Yeah, it's like a RC car, gas powered RC car.
Yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck? Who would use that? And she goes, oh, well, let me show you how great it is. And she pulls her skirt up.
Yeah.
After she gets the thing running, grabs the little trigger thing and gets down on there, and it. You know what? We're out of here.
Yeah.
No one can compete with that.
2-cycle smoke going.
Yeah, right. What was that?
How many did you buy?
None.
Okay.
I left. The
maybe you left with one.
She got on there, and the first thing I could think of was, there is no way in hell any man will ever be able to compete with that thing.
True.
Yeah, because you control speed with your throttle. Did it go in and out, or did it go around in a circle?
Both.
No shit. It did in and out.
Either one, yeah.
Oh, damn.
I'm like, you cannot compete. Irene's like, I want to see this thing.
I'm curious. For science, you know?
For science?
Mm-hmm. Anything can be for science these days, right?
Yeah, anything can be for science these days.
It's just for science.
But I was like, my God. No. And then my girl's like, no, what really? We should go back and hear the rest. No, we should not.
She wants to hear how it finishes.
I didn't know you wanted to be single that fast. No, we don't need to go back in there and hear this. Well, why would we be single? Because I can't fucking compete. What's the point? Get your shit and get the fuck out if you want that vibrator.
Like, the rest of the stuff just isn't worth it. There's one reason.
Right.
You have one purpose to me.
It's like, look, right now I could, when I get in there, it's actually tight and comfy and cozy and warm and it feels great. You get that thing, it's going to be like throwing a hot dog down the hallway of the White House. Get the fuck out if you want that thing. I was like, and right now you're only giving it to me about once every 2 weeks anyway. So what the fuck?
Yeah.
She told me it took her too long to pump the little guy into the big guy.
Oh.
I told her to deal with her own problems.
That's funny.
But man, that was one of them things. Like, why would anybody want that?
What?
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
So I have a feeling there's an answer around the corner here.
I don't know. I've seen some. When I worked online before, I've seen some questionable gadgets. You know?
Yeah.
Hold on one second. I don't know if this is gonna go right.
Split a choker.
Steve, are you getting turned on?
No.
Would you admit it if you were?
No.
Oh.
All right. But I've seen, like, it's gonna sound so sketchy. Moms, before their children be like rushing out the door, like to get their children from the school bus, but having like a machine that like fucks them. Like
I've seen those,
it's like a machine that like
yeah.
And I've seen that. So I don't know. I think there's a market for it.
You know the one I get
there's a market for it.
Like the ones that I always thought were fun. And I would love to do this with a girlfriend once, but it's something I always thought was it's interesting to watch. Mm-hmm. It's like she'll put on the vibrating panties.
Vibrating panties?
Yeah, that have got the remote to them. But then she'll give the significant other the remote.
Right.
And then they go out to like a store.
Mm.
Or like me personally, this is just how I am. I would say, okay, let's go to dinner and go to a decent restaurant. Mm-hmm. And I'd keep that remote there. Oh yeah, I'll have the white zip, and and like when she's ordering a drink, do it. You hit the button.
Oh yeah. As she's like getting the drink.
As she's ordering her drink, and then when she's getting ready to order her food, I'd hit the button again.
The waitress or waiter's gonna be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Oh, she's very orgasmic. And I would leave it at that, But like a decent restaurant, like down on the Riverwalk in San Antonio, to one of those.
Yeah.
And then I would seriously just fuck it. Every time she's getting ready to order or she's gonna ask something, I'd hit that fucking button.
Yeah. I feel like I've witnessed like someone doing that, like it was a young couple and they were like giggling. Yeah. I was like, why are they giggling? Then like you see him like press something in his pocket and she's like down on the ground almost. I'm like, oh, y'all going hard, aren't you?
Well, okay. Now I don't know if Steve has experienced this. I've got to ask. Like, okay, there was one that I was seeing that we would make it the act of the fuck. Can't say it was love. I don't think we really ever loved each other, but we made it the fuck.
You were fucking. You were fuck mates.
And then we get done. And I'd give it about, a minute and a half or 2 minutes or so. And I'd lean over and I'd be like down on the clit, right? And she'd start squirming like she's getting all going again. So I'd like go into the kitchen, and I'd get a piece of ice, put it in my mouth, come back into the bedroom. Down on the clit. Boy, that had her squirming even more. Steve, Steve, I'm taking it you've never tried these things.
No.
Remember, he didn't even.
Then I'd leave the ice in my mouth, and I'd like lean down and suck on a nipple with the ice in my mouth.
Oh.
What was that?
Some ideas, Steve.
Steve's getting great ideas here.
Take some notes.
The other one that was really good with the clitoris, though, was the Hall's cough drop. Like, you're going to go down there and you're going to start having a little bit of fun, and you're going south of the border and getting your mouth involved. Put that Hall's cough drop in there, and that menthol hits the clit.
Really?
And then when you back away, you're just.
Oh,
and boy, the squirm. Like, I see Irene already squirming, thinking, like, what the fuck, you evil bastard.
I was thinking, and then I'm like, first I was thinking, like, would it hurt? Like, would the menthol hurt?
No, it was tingly. Because she did it to me when she gave me a blowjob. It was really tingly.
Oh, nice.
Oh, what?
Sharing is caring.
Yeah, well, she wasn't real happy after giving me the blowjob with the Hall's cough drop. Then I stuck it in.
Oh, right.
I probably should have rinsed it off before. All right.
That's funny.
You motherfucker, you know.
Yeah.
Now, Hall's cough drop. Do not use Icy Hot for this.
Not to be mistaken with Icy Hot or Bengay or
hand sanitizer.
Whatever you do, don't put Tiger Balm on your fingers and then rub your Peter.
Put Tiger Balm?
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've never used it.
Oh,
I have like cases of it here.
Yeah.
So what is it for again?
It's like for backaches and shit. You just rub it in, but it's very potent. Yeah, you want to make sure you get it all off your fingers before you touch
like
Peter.
Camphor and menthol, I think, are like the active ingredients.
Oh, my balls are burning. My balls are burning.
Your balls? Oh, that's right, because you put Tiger Balm on your balls.
Wait, so you got Tiger Balm on your balls?
Yeah, because I put it on my fingers. I rubbed it on my back. And then I guess I didn't get it off my fingers. Then I had to go to the bathroom. Oh shit, that's something I'm like, don't wipe your fucking mouth either. You should make your lips fucking numb.
You know, the one this is one of them times where I kind of really miss Tyler, because I would try to talk him into wiping Tiger Balm on his butthole.
That would be hilarious.
Now that I'm hearing this, like what it actually does would be like, I bet you couldn't handle putting it on your butthole. And I bet he'd fucking do it just to prove me wrong.
I don't think I could do it.
Oh no, I wouldn't ask you to do that. I've got to pick somebody who's special. Got to pick somebody special for that. But yeah, that's one of them places where I'd be like, man, you should really put the Tiger Balm on your toilet paper and then put it on your butthole. You know, it'll help you clean out your crack.
Must hold for 35 seconds minimum.
Think that's all it would take?
Wouldn't take much.
Yeah.
Little Tiger Balm goes a long ways.
All I know is my whole back has been killing me for months. I need to go see like a chiropractor or something.
Have you ever been to a chiropractor? I've never been.
I've never been. I'm actually leaning more towards like a masseuse first.
Mm-hmm. Well, you
and No, I'm actually thinking like an actual masseuse. Yeah. There's a few of them I've heard about that are supposed to be really good in Austin, and I'm probably going to check one of them out. They said something about an ending.
Hot?
Huh?
Is she hot?
What's an Asian massage parlor? So I'm sure they're all.
Okay.
They said something about an ending.
Oh, nice. I like endings and beginnings.
I'm like, What kind of an ending? Is it happy?
That's Sean Bolent.
It's windy stuff.
So Sean Bolent lasted 90 seconds and came running out, and it cost Ray $180.
That'd be what happened with me too. I guarantee it.
That's why he won't take you. He already learned his lesson. He already learned his lesson with Sean.
All he has to do is drive by.
Like, okay, here we're gonna drop you off, and then I'm gonna drive around the block. So we'll meet you when you're done. Was it good? Oh,
That's funny.
so Steve, you would love Las Cruces now. Literally every other block, there's another fucking dispensary. New Mexico legalized it. It's like, and Las Cruces there's 3 bars and like 190 dispensaries.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
I'm like,
nice.
They took it to a coffee shop, one of my favorite little coffee stands. They turned it into a dispensary.
Every empty fucking building.
A parking lot.
That's what happens in Springfield.
So did they pave Paradise and put up a parking lot?
Not yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, okay, that's it. Bring in the whorehouses.
Exactly.
Bring the whorehouses.
You know, you're going to have that many dispensaries. Legalize prostitution. Bring in the whorehouses.
Yep. I agree 100%.
And bring back the free porn, for God's sake.
Yes, bring back the free porn. Damn it, I missed my free
everything that includes porn, so it must be made for us.
It's a free country.
I've got this great idea. I've said this for years, and anybody who's listened to me for a little while now, they've heard it, and I'll say it again. All this stuff that they're trying to regulate and they're trying to prevent people from doing, and oh my God, it'll kill you, or oh, it'll corrupt you, or oh, it'll give you hairy palms, or I don't give a shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me break this down. Let's make this real simple. Let's get everybody on the same page with this. Why don't we just legalize all of it and let Darwin sort it out?
Yeah.
For real, like if your body can handle it, great. If not,
then there you go.
Your choice.
You know, open up meth labs and have it cooked and distributed legally. Tax it.
Yes.
Oh, start growing our own coca plants and making our own cocaine and sell it legally and tax it.
And that, I probably shouldn't bring this up, but
oh, please.
I had some relatives that served in the armed forces in the Marines, and I always thought all this shit over in Afghanistan was all this Bin Laden thing. But after he did a couple of tours, he said, Steve, it has nothing to do with what's going on over there. He said it has to do with drugs and the poppy plants. And he said, that's what the fuck we're over there for. We're not over there to help the fucking people. We're over there to help the fucking drug lords so they can keep their fucking business running. You gotta be shitting me. No, I ain't
keep
shitting.
the heroin going.
He said, the heroin going? He said, yep, exactly. And that's fucked up.
But I've said it for a long time.
Bagels, like, y'all. It's for the bagels.
I'm like, look at weed, okay? They got it. They regulated it. They legalized it in Illinois. Now, there are so many people that it's just not fun anymore.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Same thing with every other damn thing out there. Legalize and regulate it and just don't, okay, now I can get whatever I want.
Yeah.
Except maybe the smack. Fuck heroin.
Right. Yeah.
But everything, I'm just like, look, all right. Something a lot of people don't know, but I will bring it up. During my time in the automotive industry and working in radio when I was living in New Mexico, and that was where I really kind of got into a lot of different stuff. First of all, I will tell everybody very pointedly, I loved weed. I would, if they would decriminalize it for truck drivers, I would have a big old fat bag here right now. And I would probably be as high as, if not higher than, Steve.
Nice.
The day I retire, I fully intend to get so stoned that I shit my pants. I mean, of course, I also intend to not. Of course, I also intend to not have pants on. So, if you want legal hard drugs, you got to go to Washington State. Corey says.
Really?
Washington State, I think, or is it Washington State?
It's Washington State. I've heard a lot about what they did, and they're not running into the problems out there with the hard drugs. I've been shrooming. I've tried acid. I was not a fan of cocaine. I just love the smell.
Yeah. Smell really did it for you.
I didn't smoke crack. I never rocked it up and smoked crack. I was like, I won't. I just, there's a way I like to do cocaine if I'm going to do coke. 1-2 lines, zoom my night, let it ease me back down into bed, and then fuck everybody. I'm getting some of the best sleep of my life. I'm not trying to stay up and keep running, I never got the chance to try ludes. Quaaludes.
What are Quaaludes?
They were a sedative that is no longer legal.
This is back in the 80s,
the 90s,
70s,
maybe?
80s.
Oh, okay.
70s,
Yeah, so
80s.
I'm a little young. I miss the Quaalude.
Okay.
I miss ludes just, by maybe a couple years.
Right.
Love Vicodin.
Oh, who
So
did?
did Dr. House.
Love Oxy.
Oh, yeah.
So does my dad.
I mean, I'll sit there. I'll go Dr. House on a bottle of Vicodin. I love my Vicodin.
What was that? The hydrocodone?
Hydrocodone.
That's what I was on when I was first coming out of the hospital, because I was in a lot of pain. Like when I was coming off of the alcohol.
Yeah.
And so like I had hydrocodone pills that I was on for the pain. But then I was also taking Abilify, and once that got in my system better, then I could come off of the hydrocodone. So that was good.
Yeah, and Corey, you're right. I mean, once I'm done driving actively and I'm not getting DOT physicals, but to maintain my Texas CDL, I have to continue to get a DOT physical.
Mm-hmm.
Or they will suspend my license completely, and then I got to go in and fill out a bunch of paperwork as to why I'm giving up the CDL.
Right.
So when I've got to go through all of that, like I said, when that's done, that day is here, dude, I fully intend to be so fucking stoned that I'm naked outside and I shit all over the place. I don't fucking care.
No, I'm gonna shit everywhere.
I want to be so stoned that I start talking like
Just you to be like this.
Have you ever heard anybody talk like that? When they're high?
Only you, Steve. Only you.
Steve, I've heard you slur your speech when you're really gone.
Okay, if you don't say so, I
kind.
Like right now, you're pretty good. I understand every word you're saying, but I've seen you towards the end of like Smoke Signals or Wake and Bake, where you have been puffing and puffing and puffing, and dude, what the fuck did he? How do you put that many consonants together without a vowel and then say it?
Talent.
Yeah. That's a definite talent. Like, of course, me, again, you're also talking to somebody who watches movies and loves them like The Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, yeah.
Which I've been watching again because Jordan Belfort is this amazingly intelligent person. Believe it or not. Actively fucking stupid for how he shit Stratton Belmont right down the fucking toilet.
Mm-hmm.
Or not Belmont, but damn it.
Sorry.
Now it's going to drive me nuts. Stratton Oakford. Or Stratton Oakmont. Stratton Oakmont. But, again, actively, this amazing genius that in his 20s and into his 30s until he got busted, all he was focused around was getting high, getting money, running this boiler room that he built from the ground up and making sure that the money is stashed. And, oh, yeah, hookers. He was definitely into hookers.
Lots of laundering going on, I'm sure.
Oh,
look
yeah.
Look at George Young, from the movie Blow.
Yeah, you're right. But Jordan Belfort was he was actually, like, I've been listening to his podcast, The Wolf's Den. And just the transformation since he got busted, did his time, came out, what he's doing now. How many convicted white-collar felons do you know that after they've done their time and they've served up, they've done everything they need to do, how many do you know that can actually talk the FBI agent that arrested them into coming onto a podcast and talking about it?
Really? Wow.
Like after the fact. So he went back to the...
Oh, him and his arresting agent, I mean, they said very pointedly they're good friends now and they have a lot of respect for each other. But the agent, Jordan asked the agent, and the one I was listening to last night, he goes, so do you think I got enough time? And his arresting agent says, no, I would have thrown the fucking book at you and given you at least 7 to 10 years. I think you got off light.
Mm.
And he said very pointedly, he's not going to lie to him, which even me, I would respect that.
Mm-hmm.
I do respect that. But yeah, it was amazing to me. And you listen to the guy. One, he's a sales genius. Like he could teach you how to sell weed to a priest. Or porn to a priest. But his whole strategy is one that I never even knew where it came from, but it was one I used in interviews. And I used it all the time. And I'd used it before the movie came out in 2013. And it was, sell me this pen. And I used it in interviews to see if they had what it took.
Yeah.
They sold it last year for over $50 million. Corey said a couple of brothers from Springfield that had that drive, and they started an insurance company and moved it to St. Louis and then Florida. And then they sold it last year for over $50 million.
Nice.
Okay, so Jordan Belfort says in the book, The Wolf of Wall Street, that he was pissed off one year because he made in that year $49 million in that 1 year. And he was pissed off because he was $3 million short of making it an even million a week. $49 million in a year.
I can't believe he didn't make 50 or 52. I mean,
yeah, that's what he wanted. He wanted 52 to get $1 million a week, and but the guy was on drugs. He was abusive. He was power hungry. He was money hungry. If it was anything that could spark a pleasure center, he was all about it. And he built this trading firm's Stafford Oakmont, and he built it up selling penny stocks.
Oh, yeah.
And then as he started selling the penny stocks, then he started offering IPOs. But what it did is they would run up the money, and then they'd all sell out and they'd tank the stock and make all the money off of it. And then turn around and do it again.
Yeah.
Basically, it was a build and burn strategy. And they cleaned house. The Stafford Oakmont case. Steve, I mean, you're old enough. You probably remember when this was hitting nationwide news.
Fuck you. You saying I'm old?
No, I'm not saying that you're old. I'm saying remember it.
I didn't even catch that.
I'm saying remember the bus came down on Jordan Belfort in 99.
Oh,
and he was convicted in 03.
I was alive during that time.
But I remember seeing it on the news, and I'm like, this stupid fuck.
I don't think I watched TV then.
And he did. He got greedy, and that's what got him caught.
Yeah. That's what happens. That's what happens. That's the same thing that happened to George Young, too. George Young. He got greedy in the end. He fucking got busted. You know, he decided he was going to fucking move his fucking cocaine different.
Well, like, while him and his the agent that busted him, while they were talking in the podcast, the agent said, or Jordan says, yeah, everybody asked me in the movie when the yacht sank if that really happened. And the agent goes, oh, I remember when that shit happened. So it really happened. Like they went into this hurricane with the yacht and they sunk the fucking yacht. And Jordan got back to the United States and he calls him up and he says, yeah, my yacht sank. The insurance company just stroked him a check and said, don't ever try to insure another boat with us. Here's your money. Just don't come back to us for another policy.
Call Geico next time. Here's the general. Right? Maybe he has time for you.
Wow. There's another helicopter.
Uh-oh.
Helicopter?
Yeah, it sounds like life flight.
Uh-oh.
Let's see, my place is about 2 blocks away from a nursing home.
Oh.
So you count the life flights out, and that's how you know how many people are on.
Right. Like, okay, we're down a couple more.
On the floor. Like you've got it down to science based on the...
I almost want to take Mambo number 5 in there and see if the old farts can dance to it,
Oh,
to the left. Take it back now, y'all.
They'd be like tripping all over. You'd be surprised. This one time I went to a skating rink down in Florida during Oregon music night or day. It was during the daytime, and it was all old people there roller skating, and I was like the only young person. I was with my first husband. He was there, but he hated it. But these old people were playing like all the games that the kids play, like roll from one area, like the 4 corners and all this. And it was funny listening to the little old men because they're like talking about the little old women. They're like sitting there like, yeah, the one with the blonde hair, she turned 80 today, and I'm gonna take her out to lunch. Like, and they were wearing like these little like leotards and stuff, and like the old like leggings that I guess like they were dressed up like professional skaters. I thought it was quite entertaining. Sorry.
Okay. Now that I've heard you actually tell the whole story, I'm happy because when you first got into it, I thought you said a skeeting range, and they were playing organ music. And I'm like, wow, okay, so you can actually hear a skin flute? And but then you started telling the story. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, my bad.
We're good.
Is it my southern accent?
I'm starting to get one myself now.
Oh, yeah, you're in Texas, so yeah.
But and Steve was grinning when he heard it, like, skeeting range?
Mm-hmm.
Where are those at?
He wants to go ski off. Isn't it like
yeah, like I said, I've watched the movie again, and I'm actually starting to read his first book, The Wolf of Wall Street.
Hmm.
And then I want to read the second book, Catching the Wolf of Wall Street. So that one gets into that's supposed to get into some more details on like the whole prosecution in the case and what really happened. But evidently Jordan got sued over the movie. Jordan and Martin Scorsese got sued because his actual partner, Danny Fausch, was pissed over the Donnie character.
Well, I mean,
the Jonah Hill character, and said, "Oh no, none of that's true. None of that's true. You can't put that out there." But yet, when you look it up and you start reading about Danny Fausch, you find out that yes, he really did marry his cousin.
I didn't know Steve was in this book.
Oh God, there's a bunch of shit that it's like he actually married and fucked and had kids with his cousin.
There was children involved.
Oh yeah,
I would.
About 50,
you would?
States.
Steve, did I hear that right?
What?
Did you say that you would marry and fuck and have kids with your cousin?
Sure. We got a couple of single ones that aren't too bad looking either.
I can't do that.
I would not. I remember meeting my cousin once. I had a couple cousins, but the one that I met that was like around my age, just want to sock him right in the nose. Like, pow. He tried to tell my boyfriend in high school not to hold my purse for me while I was shopping. That's the whole purpose of a boyfriend in high school, is to hold your purse for you while you're shopping.
I wouldn't know.
It's a status thing. No, but yeah.
I wouldn't know. I never held anybody's fucking purse while they were shopping.
My boyfriend did.
But
I would not make any guy do that now. But
here, hold this. It's like I got a load of bricks in there.
Yeah, for real.
No, I never did that. I stayed in the car.
No, you didn't go in at all.
I didn't even go in at all. I'm like, all right, here's your cash. I'm going to stay in the car. And spark up a joint. Turn on a little music. And I'd sit and wait in the car while I'm smoking my J. Like, fuck that. I'm not going in there shopping.
That's funny.
Then she'd come out like 18 bags. Oh, help me get that in the car. I didn't buy all that shit.
Yeah. Somehow I got there.
I'm not. Obviously, I'm not that much of a romantic. Like my ex-wife took my son out on a date to teach him how to treat a woman. And I'm like, she told me that, and I go, I've seen him around here. He's polite. He'll buy her a drink or two. Soda, obviously, with his age. They talk. He doesn't make a move. I think he's pretty well got it down.
Right. Okay, let me ask you this question. Please we have all on here. I got a question. Because this was a situation I had in one of the relationships I had in my life.
Ruh-roh.
I had this female get mad at me one time because she stopped to get gas in her car, but she wanted me to get out and pump it. Is that right?
It used to be, what did they call that? Chivalry?
She was paying for it. But she just didn't want to get out and pump. She wanted me to get out. I was a passenger in her car. That wasn't my car. Now, if it was my car, I would get out and put gas in my car. I wouldn't ask her to get out and put gas in my car. But she said, well, it'd be nice if you get your fat ass up and go fucking pump my gas.
I wouldn't have said it like that.
Now, if she would have popped it off like that, I would have been like, well, fuck you, Tundra. Get your fucking ass out and do it.
That's not my fucking car.
Is her name Tundra?
Not my fucking car. You know? A real man. I am a real man, bitch. A real man to get out and pump my gas. No. If it was my car, I'd pump my gas. I'm not pumping your gas. You're paying for your gas. You can pump your fucking gas.
Why'd you leave that kitchen? Woman? What?
I mean, seriously, you know, like if it was, oh, here, I'll go ahead and I'll pump it. Or, hey, would you mind pumping this? It's cold outside or something like that. If I'm being asked, I will get out. Yeah, okay, fine, no problem. I'll go pump the gas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if she would look at me and go, you know, you could get your fucking fat ass out and be a real man and go pump my gas. Yeah, you could also be a real woman and learn how to suck my fucking dick.
Won't you learn how to do these nuts in your mouth?
All right?
That's exactly what I thought. You know, you be a real woman, you pump your fucking gas yourself and suck my dick. So fuck.
Yeah. I'd love to hear Steve say that to someone just because I want to watch the whole thing go down.
She didn't ask me to pump it, you know, she did. She said, what? Oh, we just sat there like, are you going to come pump your fucking gas? Well, a real man would get out and pump my gas for me. I guess I'm not a fucking real man. I'm not putting gas in your car.
Well, here, I'll pump some gas for you. Lift your leg. There you go. There's some fucking gas.
Just fill her up. Gas is full.
Oh, man. And I've been known to do that too. You can get out and pump my fucking gas. There, I pumped some gas for you. Now what? Oh God! Then she does get out just to save herself.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Like,
you got to make sure it's like, you know, whiskey and bean burrito farts.
Oh man.
The Firehouse whiskey, the Fireball whiskey.
Oh, not Fireball. Fuck no.
Not spicy with spicy.
I'm going with Crown Royal. I'm gonna make sure it's done right. You know, none of that.
There
fucking
you
Fireball.
go.
Yeah.
Malort.
No, God. I wouldn't even use Malort to strip the paint off of my car.
You do it.
It probably, yeah. I've got 2 shots that are in the back of the car that I'm waiting to hand to people I don't like. That stuff is fucking gross.
That's what I thought too. But when I did them, I thought, fuck, I can't pussy out in front of these people. I gotta fucking do them. I was there with Dan and Christina and all of them. Fucking Ray.
Yeah.
And, like, why can't be pussy? And say, I don't want to do it. So I did.
No, I'll tell you what, that horseradish infused vodka that I get though, it's not overpowering.
Is that for
I put that in Bloody Marys, yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say that would taste good with like a Bloody Mary.
And it's great. I mean, I use the hell out of it for that.
I like horseradish.
Yeah, that's what Steve was saying the other night. That he likes horseradish too.
I love horseradish.
So it's horseradish infused. It's called Giddy Up, and it's available through. Yeah, seriously, that's the name of it. It's called Giddy Up, and it's available through Iron Wolf Distilleries. Iron Wolf Distillery out on Highway 71 here in Central Texas, just outside of Austin. And they offer multiple different products. You have your standard bourbon. You have the Giddy Up. They do distilled vodka. They do rum. They do a hot scotch, which is a cinnamon flavored scotch. Ooh. They do multiple different things, and it's year round. Plus, they have a live music venue that's out there as well. And I highly recommend the Iron Wolf Distillery, if you're in Central Texas, again, it's on West Highway 71 outside of Austin. By all means, go in there, check it out. Tell them we sent you.
Ding. I don't know why I wanted to hear a ding then. I expected a ding for some reason. Like this is paid advertising. Like, ding.
I wish it was paid advertising, but no, it's a place. Mike says, now, Steve, that he has been riding with others and was the passenger in the front seat and was asked to pump her gas. And he did it to be a gentleman, but no, you do not have to.
Oh, good. I didn't
I'm going to go ahead and amend into that and say if I was asked to, or if I was doing it out of my own generosity, that is one thing.
Right.
That's being a gentleman. If I am getting looked at and told to, quote unquote, get my fat ass out and be a real man and pump her gas, I may take my fucking pants off. Just so I can piss on her floor.
I'll show you a real man.
You know what? Here's what I think of your bullshit.
Right.
Oh God, no. I mean, I had one ex that she pissed me off so bad because she kept fucking with me. Like, we split up. I realized she was crazy. I'm like, leave me the fuck alone. Get the fuck out of my house. Leave me alone. We're good. And she kept fucking with me. So finally I couldn't handle it anymore. I grabbed a roll of toilet paper. And I mean, again, this is back in my drug and alcohol induced insanity days. And I took off out of my place. I went and found her car. And I jumped up on the roof of her car, dropped trowel, and I shit on the windshield of that fucking car.
The windshield?
On the windshield.
But you had your toilet tissue, so it's okay. You didn't have to go all Stevie.
Even Steve shuddered at that one. Now, she wasn't in the car.
It doesn't matter. How you going to get off there? You turn the wipers on, it's just going to smear it all over the windshield.
Especially
that was kind of what I was hoping for.
Like...
I did a turd landed on the driver's side wiper, so that was even better. Like, oh, I can't wait for you to turn on.
What would be worse is it was a big log, and it rolled down up against the windshield wiper, and then it started raining just a little bit. And she turned the windshield wipers on, and it's just instant fucking shit.
I think she would have thought somebody left her fudge, and then she probably would have got up and tasted it.
Yeah. Oh, somebody left a candy on my windshield in my car. Oh, this doesn't taste like candy.
Being that person who thinks that shit on their car is fudge.
I've seen some people that would think that.
And that realization on their face once they realize, or even worse, if they never realize it. And
that's even better. But I mean, she had just pissed me off.
Mm-hmm.
So I went by her job and she was inside working, and I jumped up on the roof of the car and I kind of waddled back to my car, and I got out the toilet paper and I wiped my ass real quick, threw it into a fucking Family Dollar bag.
Oh, I'd have made
I should have. I should have tied a curry in center or something.
I just stuck it to a window or driver's side window.
Or the door handle, right? Stick it underneath the door handle. So she has to reach up in there and
I got done and I put it all into the Dollar General bag or the Family Dollar bag. And then I crawled underneath her car and I tied that bag to the catalytic converter.
That smells awful.
And I was amazingly left alone after that.
Well, that's nice. At least she got the message.
I mean, there was, back then they weren't DNA testing turds, thank God.
Right.
Just a way to get my point across. Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah. You went full straight petty.
Oh, yeah, beyond. I was flat done with it. I was like, no, I'm done with you. I don't want to deal with your shit anymore. You are by far a fucking nuisance. This is where we are at, you know? I was so fed up. But man, we've been at it for a while, you guys. This turned out to be a great show.
Well, yeah. I didn't have to cry too much, thankfully.
No, we did. I mean, we kind of started to get into a little bit of like the mental stuff, and then Steve took me way the hell off the rails of where I wanted to go, and
we ended with you shitting on a car.
It ended with me shitting on a windshield.
We made it enter.
With
That's how you know it's a great show when you end with someone shitting on a windshield.
Yeah, you know, with that, I think I need to do this. There we go. It's the naughty dance. Hello.
Ooh.
Irene, what are your final thoughts for tonight?
My final thought?
Yeah.
My final thought is I love you guys so much, and I'm glad to be here, and I'm just happy to have y'all.
Good deal. That sounds great. Would love you too.
Don't eat
cocaine.
Huh? Don't eat cocaine.
Don't eat cocaine.
Yeah, don't eat cocaine.
Okay.
You might.
Steve. Steve, your final thoughts tonight.
Oh, had a wonderful time. Good to see Irene. Good to see TJ. Whatever you do, don't piss TJ off. He'll shit on your windshield. And my butt is just...
Is it starting to sweat a little?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no, you didn't. Did you just drop ass?
No.
Oh, my God. All right, to Adam and his family, we all want to say, stick together. Adam, I'm here for you. I'm calling and checking in with Adam about every day. I'll fill you guys in a little bit more later, but in the meantime, as far as what he would like the public to know, they are coping as best they can. It's not a good situation, but we're kind of helping each other through a lot of different difficult shit. Rage is on the home stretch of the first 30 days of chemo and radiation, so we should hopefully start seeing him back a little soon. If not, I hope we hear from Heather soon.
I want to say about Rage real quick.
Yeah,
I think there's one certain day during his time that they must really load him up with drugs, because he'll always start messaging me. He'd be like, Steve, what are you doing, dog?
Really?
How are you, Ray? Yeah. Like, when you coming up and bring me some Chinese? Like, damn, Ray,
God.
He must be on some heavy painkillers.
Did you promise him Chinese?
No, the only thing I ever promised him, one time he and Heather were in town, and he asked if there was a new Chinese place to eat. I told him I have never been there yet. Ever since that, he's been like, when you going to bring me Chinese?
Yep. Oh, man. So, in the meantime, everybody take care. Watch out for yourselves. God bless. We're happy that you're all joining us and you're a part of the show. Steve, thank you for your fill-in work the last couple of programs. I really appreciate it. You've been a blessing. Irene, you lovely, lovely devil, you. It's good to have you back.
Oh,
there you go. I need that as a pickup, as a clip. This has been Mayhem's Amigos. We'll see y'all Thursday night. Good night.
Oh, my God.
my god!